Hey, what's up? It's another episode of Watch You Strappin. These are not watch reviews, they're just a quick wristwatch check with a particular strap pairing. And you can also, I guess you could consider it an extended or supplemental watch review. Um, basically my additional thoughts as a continued owner of a particular watch. I just throw in some tidbits whenever I do these. And anyways, this is the Sinn 155S Bright Star. This is a limited edition of 300 pieces in collaboration with Revolution Watch or Revolution magazine. Yeah, this is a cool Bundeswehr style of military pilot chronograph watch. Really dig this style a lot. I mean, there's a number of watches, chronographs are vaguely kind of this style, but I do like this very specific look that the Sinn has, as well as I suppose the ones from the past, which include the Heuer Bundeswehr that actually Sinn used to service back in the day, and before that, is it Leonidas? I think that was before Heuer had this design. But yeah, very cool. Really digging it. And yeah, today I have this on it's a strap called, I've never tried this before. I guess it's pronounced, is it Heemsut or Hēmsut? I just noticed there's like a little bit of a thing over the E. So I'm not sure that's pronounced a particular way. Would it be a Heemsut or a Hēmsut? Anyways, I'll try to figure that out. But yeah, this is a pretty cool design. There's a specific model name for this, which escapes me because I wasn't paying attention to it, but I did see it on the little pouch that these straps came in. And it's a two-piece strap, although it looks like it could be like a one-piece sort of pass-through almost. And let me just give you a little information about like my thinking about getting the strap, and that's kind of revealed in a video I should have posted before this video when I just got the straps in. But yeah, I was looking for something, I'm always looking around for some straps to accessorize with my watches, and I had to be very specific with this particular one because it's all black DOC, or actually I think it's PVD coated. And being all black, I need to have matching hardware. I've mentioned this a number of times in some of my other videos regarding this, and maybe some other ones that may or may not be black, but usually something in silver is pretty easy to find. Bronze is another one that I would prefer, a bronze like buckle or some sort of hardware that would be on a strap option that I might put on a bronze watch. Anyways, being all black, the hardware needs to be all black. So that kind of narrows my search parameters a bit and some of the options, because not a lot of stuff, not everything is available with black hardware. Luckily, this one I was looking online, and it does seem like that's all they come in is with the black hardware, as far as I can tell. But I was looking for a strap. The bund strap on this that comes with it is nice, but it's not something I can wear every day, at least not to work. At work, my watches, they have to be at least reasonably water resistant, because I do wash my watches every day after I get back from work, because it's kind of a dusty and somewhat dirty environment that I'm usually hands-on in. So yeah, I don't like to carry that back on me when I get home. So I usually, one of the first things I do is, if I was taking a shower, I'll wash off some of my equipment, which includes my glasses and my watches that I wear. And I will also wash the strap that it's on. If it's a bracelet, pretty easy. If it's a rubber strap, very easy as well. If it's a nylon strap or some fabric strap, usually, most of them tend to be nylon because they're NATO of some sort, or maybe like one of those like Erica's Original, some Marine National kind of, the stretchy parachute style straps. Those are very washable too. Of course, leather isn't, so I don't wear leather to work unless my job changes where I don't need to worry about that as much, and I won't have to clean my watches as vigorously every day. yeah, then I won't be wearing leather. But I do like the look of a bun strap, but it can be a bit thick. I've gone used to that. That's just a look that a bun strap will have, and it's just the watch will wear a certain way on a bun strap. It's just the way it is. I don't mind. I got used to it, but it's mainly because it's leather that I will never wear to work. So I wanted something that's more versatile that I can wear to work. I also wanted something that is something that I haven't had before, which is, of course, I have rubber straps. So I've done that. You've seen that on my channel if you've watched the videos from prior. I've shown you a couple of options, which work pretty nicely. And I've had this on a number of NATO style straps, as well as, again, MN style, Marine National sort of style straps with the elastic parachute kind of deal going on. Usually they're from Erica's Originals, but sometimes I've found some much less expensive alternatives on eBay, or not eBay, Amazon, which work just as well. But for the customized look, or just a particular color combination that you may not find elsewhere, I usually go to Erica's for that, especially if I need to have it with you can customize the hardware to be, black PVD or is it DOC coated. Either way, they're very good for doing that, all made to order. So I didn't want that, but I wanted something, for lack of a better term or word, strappy. It's sort of like a NATO strap, give it that military look. I'm thinking of stuff, I can't think of anything specific, but I imagine seeing a modern fighter pilot with a particular timepiece on, strapped over their, probably not usually, I don't think it'll be under their flight suit, it'll be probably over their flight suit or flight jacket, and something, usually will probably be made out of nylon of some sort, right, some fabric, and it'll be very secure because there's lots of G-forces in the airplane, especially a fighter jet. If you don't need that, you need that watch fairly secure, and yeah, something that looked like that, like the military could possibly use, and bordering on bun. And I was thinking something layered, and I just imagined like a strap over another strap or cuff or something bun-like, if you can imagine what I'm trying to describe. And yeah, it was a challenge to try to find something like that, but I imagine there should be hopefully somebody that makes something what I'm thinking about. And I came across this brand. Actually, I found one from Rubber Bee. It's actually sort of a hybrid. I think it's like a rubber strap over some sort of nylon fabric strap. It's pretty cool. It almost would have worked, but number one, it's rather expensive. Stuff from Rubber Bee usually is. It was around $300, and yeah, $300. It's kind of a lot. I didn't want to spend that much on a strap, even though it may be pretty good quality, what they're supposedly known for. But I think they kind of upcharged quite a bit because they know that a lot of people that buy the products probably are buying stuff for Rolex or Omega or something, or usually Rolex, I believe, is what their target audience seemed to be around. And that particular strap that I was looking at was, or at least they advertised it on their website as made for like the Rolex Explorer 2, the newer one. That's, I think, 42 millimeters and has 21 millimeters lug opening, or it would take straps about that size. So that would be too wide for mine, because mine is even if I could fork up the money for that, it wouldn't fit, because these are 20 millimeters and this is a 43 millimeter watch. But it wears really nicely for that. I'll just back up a little bit. This is on my 7-inch wrist, and anyways, I looked and put the search parameters, look at photos, trying to find something that looked like what I was looking for, and I eventually came across this strap here. Again, I guess it's Heemsut. Heemsut. I'm going to say Heemsut for now. And yeah, I think there are at least 3 versions of this general strap design. It is Velcro, by the way, and there's at least one. These are kind of were advertised for like smartwatches, like whatever Google or Android puts out, and some other brands out there, and maybe some like particular Fitbits or something like that, like a health monitor kind of watch. They're advertised as for those. At least that's what's in this description. But obviously, with 20 millimeter quick release spring bars, you can basically do should be able to mount it on just about anything. They do have a version where there's a metal piece here instead. And by the way, it does have quick release spring bars in here. There's another version where the ends were for a, I believe, one of the Apple iWatches, right? And those, because I can see it slides in on to the side of the case, so it's different, but it's made for that. And then they have another version kind of like this, but instead of the quick release spring bars here, there's like this metal bar that runs through it, and it's like a metal piece, an extension part. So it's like as if the, this part of it was more metal, I guess. I don't know. It's, I guess it's more durable in that sense, but I didn't want this extra piece of metal, and I just wanted this fabric to flow right off of the watch and into the lugs to the strap. And there we go. Let me adjust something for a second. My sleeve was just sliding down over it. I just wanted to give it some more space. You can check this out. So anyways, yeah, and I looked at this. It's kind of cool. I don't mind the little branding or this tag over here that's on the side, and it only comes in 20 millimeters as far as I can tell, and that's perfect. And black hardware, as you can see on this side. So basically, if you see my other video, you see how this is set up. But basically, the spring bar that holds this piece here with this metal loop, I guess, on this end, and then there's another spring bar that holds in this half, and then this is the Velcro piece that runs through it and then back, and the Velcro is onto here. The hook and loop is on the inside here. But originally I bought this, seems like there's only two sizes, like a medium and a large. The medium fits between a 6.5 and or so to up to 7.2, at least that's the specs I remember seeing. And my wrist is about 7 inches, so I figured, yeah, that should work. And then there's another one that's larger, from 7.2 up to, I think, almost 9 inches. It's huge. So I went with the small one at first, and it would work. It does work, but what happens is that this piece over here is shorter, obviously, so because it doesn't need to extend this, open up as much for 7.2 inches wrist or smaller. And so this piece, this Velcro and this tag, would end up like on the bottom of my wrist, which should look fine, but if you can imagine, this end here is starting right about here, not just a little bit off to the middle of my wrist, if you can imagine that, right? And just imagine shifting this tag down here, and of course all this other extra material was in there. This is the part that's extended, but that would have looked fine. But I had all this Velcro showing on the side of the strap, which I didn't like, because it's the softer, I guess, the hook and the loop part of it, because the more harder hook part is on the underside of this strap that you fold over and secure. And so yeah, so I didn't want all that showing. Number one, I think it looked a little plain. So most importantly, in my head, I'm thinking that soft, like, Velcro part of it is probably likely to catch and collect dust or other things to make it not look clean. That's one thing, and maybe it could look kind of fuzzier too over time, and I just didn't want that. And then I was thinking, well, and reading some comments, people said that because they bought one size and it does fit, and you have an extra one, you might want extra Velcro showing, you might want to consider getting the longer version, the next size up, and so that this piece, this strap part of it, can travel up more and cover more of that part of the Velcro. And so that's what I did. I returned the other size and got the large, and this is basically at the limit. You can see right here, there's no more Velcro right in this area, and so it hooks on just right there, and which is just enough for my 7-inch wrist. And so it's not loose or anything, it fits just right. And I think if my arm or wrist swells up, it'll accommodate. This is about right. And so any more than, you could probably do it, but then this end starts to stick up, and there's nothing for it to obviously hold on to. There's no more Velcro past this point here. So that's not gonna, I don't want that look, I don't want that look. I want it nice and secure down. So I put it right at that limit, and there we go. This is how it fits, and I think it works really well. If you have, definitely if you have less than a 7-inch wrist, I wouldn't recommend it, because then yeah, you would have to start to pull this end up higher, and it's just going to stick up, and there's nothing to secure it down. So anything above about 7-inch wrist and over, then this will work just fine. Yeah, just letting you know. So yeah, I like the look of this so much, and I thought about it first. I wanted to try it, buy one first, and which was the smaller medium sized one first, and see if the quality was decent enough, and if so, and it looks like it will work for my application and give me the look that I was looking for, then I buy another color. They have several colors. I bought like an army olive drab color, which looks pretty cool, and they all have different accent colors on this part of it. This is red. The green one that I got, the olive green one, has like a kind of a brighter green on there. I thought it would have looked better if they had orange, because I usually see orange and like that olive drab color paired together, but whatever, it still looks decent, pretty good. And maybe one of my favorites will be, when I get around to switching this off and trying that other color, is there's a gray version, and all of them basically have some bit of black running through it too, but it looks good. Look at my other video, you can see what I have I picked up. So when I ordered this in the larger size, I got the other two too, so now I got like 3, and I think it's cool. It's only like about $20 or 19 something, and at the off Amazon, and these had like a 5% coupon code on them too, so it's even less than that, so not by much, but still under 20 bucks essentially. Not bad, I would say. It's definitely worth it to give it a try. It's comfortable. It gives me the look and feel without, it's almost like a bun strap kind of look to it, right? Because you got this main kind of strap running down here, but then you got this wider part right underneath, and the way it works is that it runs just underneath the lugs. So from most angles, it looks like that's going underneath the strap too, kind of like a bun strap or a cuff strap, which is, this isn't really truly a cuff because it doesn't really wrap fully around like a real cuff would, but it gives that kind of look. But you still have that space underneath, or it's just a case directly to your skin, so there's no layer in between at all, even though this is probably would be considered a little bit on the thin side anyways. It wouldn't be that much, but don't need it, and it gives me that look without having to go add that height, which is good, because an automatic chronograph such as this will be roughly in the 15 millimeter height range, right? It's just the way it is. Anything that's basically Valjoux based 7750 base movement will be, they don't usually run too thin, right? Unless you go manual, but it's not by much. Maybe you can get it down to around 13 millimeter or so, less. But I think already the case shape and the way this is done is it kind of sinks into your wrist, and the mid casing is that thick anyways, so I think it already looks pretty good. But then now I don't have to worry about it sticking up with this kind of look. I mean, it looks like it would, but it wouldn't, if you know what I mean. And yeah, I think I really dig the way this looks. Just, I don't know, it's kind of something the military would use. It's kind of tactical, and I think it works really nicely with this Sinn. And I imagine with this red accent, I can easily see this being, you can pair this with, if you want to do like maybe a dive watch, like the U50 would be excellent, especially if you have the all black version, and it has white and red accents, or at least the standard Sinn U50s do, and that will work pretty nicely with this particular color combination. These also come in, I'm pretty sure they come in a blue. I think I've seen it in probably a orange as well. Maybe some other colors too. If you need a link or something, I can send you one and you can check it out yourself. But I think if I still have my U50 SBS, the one with the blue gradient dial, I probably would have picked up the because it's all black PVD case as well. I would have picked up the blue one for that, and I think that would look pretty nice on that. But I no longer have that watch, unfortunately. But I still have this, and it's a cool watch. And I'm glad I got this strap. Not that much. It did the job exactly what I was picture in my head, but I just didn't know how to wasn't sure if I could find the right search parameters and find exactly what I was looking for at a decent price, and luckily I did. Anyways, it's getting long enough. I need to get going. So thanks for watching, and yeah, look forward to showing you the other strap options. I kind of quickly paired it, I just physically just kind of put it next to the other two strap colors that I got, and they look pretty good already. So I can't wait to actually put it onto this watch and try it and show it on wrist and all that, and that'll be pretty cool when that happens. All right, thanks. Later, and I'll catch you in the next one. Enjoy your watches.